Good evening, good evening, good evening. I know I'm a little late. It's 8:40, but I'm here. It's not Monday, but I'm still gonna give you some motivation. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get on, then we'll go on forth with what we're gonna talk about tonight. Have y'all had a good evening? Have you had a good evening? Hey Leola girl, how you doing? Hope y'all have had a good day. It's Thursday. Yeah, today Thursday. It's Thursday, tomorrow Friday. I'm off tomorrow. And we moving into Independence Day. How many of y'all have some things planned? I hope you're going to be safe and cautious because coronavirus is still out. Coronavirus is still in the air. So always be safe and cautious whenever you go out. Whether you're at your job, whether you're going to the grocery store, just let us be safe. So, I'm glad I said I was coming on tonight. I know I'd have missed coming on too, but sometimes you have to take a few steps back. Gather yourself until God releases you to go back. So, I've been released for right now to come back and just give you some motivation, give you some encouragement. In spite of what's going on in the world, the coronavirus, hey, one good thing that I can say about the state of Mississippi, the flag has been retired. Can I get somebody to give me some hearts, some haze? Yes. Give me some, because it's about time, it's past time. And somebody posted that, of course, that's national news. And my brother posted, my biological brother that is, if he only wished my grandparents would be able to see that. And when he said that, something just went on through me when he said it. I was like, oh my God, you're right. But it is... In spite of what's going on, you still have a vision. You shouldn't have let your vision die because the virus came and shook it up. That's what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to take you off course. But don't let it take you off course. That God is still in the blessing business, and he's still blessing you through the pandemic, whether you want to realize it or not. Why do I say that? You still here. He still blows breath in your body. He gives you 3 things every day: grace and mercy, what you say about them twins. And he gives you a new opportunity every day. I tell people all the time, don't let an opportunity pass you by to help somebody. Don't let an opportunity pass you by where you're not working, you're not plowing, you're not working your dream, you're not working that vision. It's not going to come to fruition unless you work it, because it's your vision. It's your vision. It's not mine. My vision is not anybody else's vision. You know, we might do some of the similar things, but guess what? Each one of us puts a twist on what we do. God has allowed us to put a different twist on what we do. Some people say, gee, you doing everything. You try everything. Okay, yes, because entrepreneur at heart I am. I am an entrepreneur at heart, have been since before my child was born. And it's just some things that may fit with a vision and some may not. See, you have to see what fits. I don't mean what halfway. See, this is not fitting. You have to see what actually fits. What your vision and your entrepreneur journey, your vision and your entrepreneur journey, do they fit or are they way off course? If they're way off course, you need to go back to the drawing board. Ask God what you're supposed to be doing. Ask him, what is it I'm supposed to be doing to help my vision along? See, because sometimes you have to recap your vision, you have to redefine, you have to renew it, and you have to redo it. The 4 R's. Recap, redefine, redo, renew, one more, refocus on your vision. You have to regain your focus. The focus you had all the way through January. You had it in February. come March, it got shaken up because that's when all this came about. All this came about with the virus. So you let something that God can change. God can change. He's healing the land at his own time, not in yours. You let that bother you and take you off focus from getting where God has for you to go. I'm coming to tell you, don't allow nothing and no one to take your eyes off God. Yes, you have to have blockers on. You got to stay focused on God, and you got to tell him yes. We may not understand the assignment. We may not understand what he's telling us. We may not even understand people he's sending. But we have to tell God yes. Ask God for clarity if you don't understand. Ask him, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing? Ask him for clarity about your life, about your ministry, about your business, about your place of employment. Ask God for clarity. And he gonna give it to you. He will give it to you. The question is, are you ready for the clarification that he's about to give you? Because when God gives clarity, I felt that thing. When he gives clarity, he start allowing you to actually see you. Do you see who they say you gonna be? That infamous they. Who they say you are? Or do you see who God is calling you to be? Look in the mirror, be honest with yourself. Is there some areas in your life you need to clean up, straighten up? Ask God to help you clean it up and straighten it up. None of us are perfect. There's some areas in each and every one of our lives need to be cleaned up. We need to clean that up. See, because when you've been hurt, you had pain, you had all this going on that didn't feel good, you may have that baggage along with you. But I'm coming to tell you tonight what I've had to learn myself this past week. Leave the baggage where it is. You become a new person. Have a clean heart. Ask God to clean you up so you can be all he's calling you to be. You have to let the baggage go. The past, leave it there. I'm being transparent because I'm trying to tell you I'm human. All of us go through. I might show it a little bit worse than everybody else, but all of us have some trials and tribulations, some adversity we have to face. We have to learn to face the giant that's keeping you from moving forward. That hurt that you have learned to suppress, it's going to be like a pipe is going to bust. So you face the adversity, face what you're going through. Face it, face the hurt, face the pain. Because what somebody else did to you, it wasn't you. So why did we get stuck on it was my fault? That shouldn't have happened. I did that. But that wasn't yours. That wasn't yours to take ownership of. And I made a post today. I said stress will cause all kind of health issues going on. Face it. Face it. So you can begin to live. So you can begin to move forward in your life. Face what you have gone through, because that's not you. That's not you. The hurt that you have received, it wasn't on you. It wasn't on you. The failures you say were failures, they weren't yours. They belong to somebody else. So why are we holding on to somebody else's failure? Why are we holding on to the hurt that somebody did to us? Why are we holding on to the rejection when people didn't acknowledge that we was here? Don't hold on to it. Let it go and let God have it. Let God have it. As I said, I'm learning to do that myself. I'm learning to do that myself. I have learned I have to let it go and let God. Let God be God. Because, sometimes when God gives us a little piece of the vision, we ready to turn the microwave on. Because that's what we are. We instantaneous people. We want stuff to happen just like that. But it doesn't. You're going to have trials, tribulations. You're going to have adversity come in your life. Because if you say you don't have adversity, you just lied to somebody. Because if you haven't gone through adversity, it's coming. Trouble's going to hit your house. Who you going to call when it hits your house? I'm calling on Jesus before then so he can prepare me how to respond when it hits. I want God to prepare me to respond the correct way. Prepare me to respond the godly way. I want God to prepare me how to respond to adversity when it hits my house, to circumstances when it hit my house. Guess what? Adversity, that's the time you're going to start building some spiritual muscles. That's the time when you know God is still in control. That's what adversity comes for. Adversity comes when you have been disobedient, because the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. Sometimes we would rather sacrifice than be obedient and do it right the first time than have to go run this circle all over again. You have to go the same route over again because you chose not to go the way God told you to go. He said go left, you went right. He said be still and you want to move. He said be grounded and you still want to move. But I'm coming here to tell you tonight, stay grounded and God's going to move on your behalf. Stay grounded. Be still and see the salvation of the Lord. Look up, because your help comes from the Lord. It doesn't come from people around you. It doesn't come from man. My help comes from God. My help comes from God. It's not but one, capital G-O-D. And that's where my help comes from. So you look up. I trust you, God. I trust you, God. I might not understand, but I trust you, God. I trust you to do what you said you was going to do. Because he is not a man that he can lie. Because he's not going to lie. He's not going to lie. If he told you something going to happen, you better just put your seatbelt on and just be still. Be still and watch him start throwing those blessings out. When you keep it in the center lane and you have your blockers on, you can't do nothing but follow God because your eyes are only on him. You have blockers on because you got distractions on your right or your left. You got to keep your eyes on God. Keep your eyes focused on Jesus. Keep your eyes focused on God. My grandmother used to say, do right and right gonna follow you. And I say it's a flip side to that. Do wrong and wrong gonna follow you too. But do right and right gonna follow you. Treat people the way you want to be treated, not the way they treat you. Not the way they treat you. They might treat you like you small as an ant. But you show them love anyway. You love on them and hug on them anyhow. That's what God requires, for us to love one another. Somebody might have said something to you that didn't feel good, or it didn't even fit you. Don't get upset with them. They don't know what God has placed in your hand. And that sometimes that's because they don't want to know what God is giving you. You don't have to go around advertising them, tell them what God has given you. You don't have to do that. Just continue to do what God has instructed you to do, and God gonna handle the rest. Whether they see you or not, do what God has instructed you to do, and God will handle the rest. I promise you that. I promise you that. I just had to come on here and share with you. Sometimes you have to recap, redefine, redo, refocus, and renew your vision. Now, are we ready to do all those R's? See, I have started to renew and redo, redefine, recap, refocus on my vision. Cause yes, this pandemic is taking all of us off course. Keep your mind on God and follow His instructions, and watch Him turn it around. Watch Him turn it around. Y'all be blessed. I love you. Practice your 3 R's. Recap, redefine, redo, renew, refocus your vision. Be blessed.